In 5 minutes or less, unrealized, tapping into. How do I tap into my unrealized potential? First, let me tell you a story. Then I'll come back with the text talk and the takeaway and the 3 ways that you can tap into your unrealized potential. When I was an Air Force officer, we had our performance report. We call it the OER, the Officer Evaluation Report, or the OPR, the Officer Performance Report. It was critical to whether or not you would get promoted. And there was a key word that no one told me about. In fact, African American officers were kept in the shade or kept in the dark about it. And that is, if they wrote in your performance report that you had potential, you thought that, oh my God, wow, that is outstanding. I have potential. But they were sending the signal that you had not yet realized it. You had not demonstrated the potential. If they put in your performance report that he has demonstrated potential, then you would get promoted. Well, as it were, during those times and probably even now, African American officers weren't quite into or didn't know those kinds of hidden signals. So I had one of those words in my performance report, that he has great potential. I'm jumping up and down. Well, didn't get promoted to captain, the surest rank there is. But God bless, God stepped in. Let me help you tap into your unrealized potential as the Lord helped me in my journey in the Air Force. Let me give you the text, the talk, and the takeaway. 5 minutes or less, let me just share this word with you. 1 John 4:4. 1 John 4:4. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. How do I tap into my unrealized potential? 3 things. Here's the first thing. Know that I was created for greatness. You were created for greatness. It's in the word. It's not made up. It's not some self-help word or phrase. Psalms 8:5 says, we are the crown of creation, created just a little bit lower than the angels. We are the crown of his creation, created just a little bit lower than the angels. That he sees us and therefore worthy to be seen in us and live in us. So we were created for greatness. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Here's the second thing that I want you to get. You are not just a conqueror, but more than a conqueror. Now, what does that word entail? That word entails an army taking over territory and land. That you are more than a conqueror. When Paul penned these words in Romans 8:37, when he penned those words, he clearly had the Roman Empire in mind. Clearly, he had Roman soldiers and legions in mind. And what he was simply saying, that when Christ is on the inside of you, you're more than any conqueror. You're more than any conqueror. So know that. First thing, that you were created for greatness, Psalms 8:5. You are more than a conqueror, Romans 8:37. Put it in the chat area so others can get it. And then finally, you haven't completed his work in you. You haven't completed his work in you. I want you to look at 1 Corinthians 13:12. We know in part. All that is known is incomplete. God knows me completely. We know in part. All that is known is incomplete. And God knows me completely. I don't care what your age is. I don't care where you are, whether you are a millennial, whether you're Gen X, whether you're a boomer, whether you're traditional of the greatest generation. I need you to understand, if you're living, he's not done with you. If you're living, he's not done with you. And the work that God has given you is not yet complete. What's your takeaway this morning? Here's your takeaway. The graveyard is full of dead potential, not just dead people. Actualize your potential today. The graveyard is full of dead potential, not just dead people. Actualize your potential that He's put in you today. The Lord be with you today. May His face shine upon you, give you peace. Share the manna, don't keep it to yourself. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna. God bless you. Bye now.